Welcome everybody to Street Talk. It's so good to be here. Man, we're going to be talking about Mad Dads and what we do. A lot of people know about Mad Dads, but they don't know exactly what we do. They think all we do is show up at the homicide site or show up when there's a shooting or show up when something negative happens, but we do so much more. And before I even go into that, I want to let you know that Mad Dads is just not PJ Smith. When I go to the office every day, there's a lineup of people that are there working hard to help you to make life better for you. Whether it's giving you a list for housing or giving you directions for information about suicide or helping your family get through some troubled times. There's somebody always there to answer the phone to help you get through it. I really appreciate all the staff, the admin staff that are in our office to make that happen. They make us successful. So there's so many people that are there to do it. So every time you make a donation, you don't just help me, you help everybody else, you know. Once you've figured out exactly what you want to do in life, and once you decided that you're going to do it, you don't have to worry about if you're going to be supported because God supports those that do exactly what He's called them to do. God has called me to do this work, and I'm really excited. As you know, as you can see, my partner in crime, Mr. John Turnipseed, is not here. He's not here because he's doing some things that I have to do all the time, which is we have to go get our checkups from the neck up. We have to take care of our bodies and we have to take care of ourselves. So for the next 30 minutes, you'll be hearing from me and you'll be hearing about something that I'm really excited about, which is our 20-year anniversary. Mad Dads is celebrating 20 years. I need y'all to celebrate with me. Mark your calendar. November the 2nd. On November the 2nd, we will be at 900 Hennepin celebrating our fundraiser concert. This is going to be a great time. We're going to have Jamesia Bennett. She is our 3-time Grammy Award winner. We're going to have Winslow Ashby doing jazz like never before. There's going to be Janaea Nyberg. She is going to be, if you know Janaea Nyberg, you know she can blow. And then Marie Shante, the poet and national recording artist, Mr. James Greer. With our host Debonair as our MC, and then our auction host is Thomasina Pedersen. Maybe if you come out there and you really show her some love, she might take that mic and sing a song for you too. That would really be great. That's November the 2nd. I want you to come out. The reason why I want you to come out is that 20 years of doing something for the community is really great. Not just 20 years of saying we're doing it, but 20 years of doing it. You know, I'm honored and I'm blessed to say thank you to each and every one of you that have ever supported me. Because, you know, in this work, this nonprofit work, in the social service field, there's a lot of naysayers, a lot of negative energy. But we go for the positive and we go hard. And we go hard to bring positive. So we stay focused on that. We stay away from the negative because, you know what, it is what it is. You're going to say what you're going to say. You're going to believe what you're going to believe. But we believe, as long as we stay positive, we got something going on. Let me just share with you what we do. Because I want you to know about the kind of stuff that we do in the community, why we do it, and a little bit of history, something you probably never heard before. We have a program called the Peace Bus. The Peace Bus and the Peace Train. And we came up with this because we found out that people were not peaceful on the bus or the train. Matter of fact, there was a lot of violence. People were being robbed. People were being pickpocketed. People were being threatened. People were even getting shot and beat down on the transit system, the bus and the train. And it happens all over the country, right? But what we wanted to try our best to do was to prevent that and reduce the numbers. So the first year we did it, we've been doing it about 12 years now. The first year that we did it, crime reduced by 38%, simply because we did one thing that was critically important. We brought peace to a place where there was no peace. We brought peace. We made it safe for our drivers so our drivers could feel safe and feel comfortable. You know, we're part of a national model because around the country, drivers are not safe, public transportation is not safe, and you see videos all the time about stuff happening on the bus, and nobody does anything about it. You know, I was watching on YouTube where a lady was crying because she didn't want to share a chicken with her man. Everybody got involved, but nobody stepped in to try to stop it. And we have to step in to try to stop these negative issues and negative activities in our community. That's why we call us Mad Dads, men against destruction, defending a against drugs and social disorder. Now, what else do we do? Of course, we do street patrol. We're walking the streets of Lake and Chicago and Franklin and Broadway and Laurie and all those areas, and even some areas in St. Paul. We're walking those streets to make sure that some of our kids and some of our elders see real men that care about them, real men that won't rob and steal from them, real men that won't try to rip them off or play games with them, but real men that will say, "You're okay, I got you." That's our job. You know, before we didn't need a Mad Dads because every man stood up in his community and did what he had to do. But unfortunately, our men are running back and forth to the dope house and to the liquor store, and they will tell you in a heartbeat, "Ain't none of my business. Ain't my family. Ain't none of my business. I'm gonna stay out of your business." And a criminal will tell you, "Mind your own business, old man." And we have to say, who's going to protect the community? Who's going to do the right thing for the community? That's something that we have to do. The other thing that we do is called the Crisis Response and Victim Services. We have a number of calls about people that call about being victims. Somebody's abusing them. You know, excuse me. Also, being a victim to homicide. You know, there's so much of that. So many people are dying in our community. And fortunately, we're not like Chicago. Fortunately, we don't have 70 people dying in a weekend. That's just outrageous. I can't believe it. So what we do is make sure people get the grief counseling, the support that they need through some of our partners. We think that's critical to do that. And then we have our outreach explosion, which is 12 hours of outreach, just straight 12 hours of outreach, whether it's from 9 to 9 or from 10 to 10 or noon to midnight. We pick those 12 hours, we go out and we do it and we make it happen because we know that there's places that are hard to reach that nobody's reached out to, and we want to reach out to them. We know that our community could go 24 hours and still everybody wouldn't be saved, and still everybody wouldn't be prepared to take their lives to the next level. So we catch as many as we can. We hold on to as many as we can. We know that's important. Our gang-related, which is called GRIP, Gang-Related Intervention Program, is a program that we do in the jail with our youth. And we teach them how to prevent all the things that they do at the age of 14, 15, and 16. All the things that they do that they know it's not working for them, but they don't have the right people around them to mentor them and to influence them. And to be honest with you, many of our young people don't have the courage to tell you that they need help, the courage to tell you that they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, the courage to tell you that they need some kind of support. It's just as simple as that. Some of our community youth just can't do it because they're used to an elder doing it, but we've got to teach them you cannot make it by yourself. Now, of course, we do community service, and community service is where people that have community service hours that they need to do. And what's really amazing about that, people come to us and do community service, and sometimes they never leave. Why? Why do they never leave? Because they found something else that's more valuable than community service. It's being a community partner, a real community partner. That does what? Gets out on the streets, works in the office, works in the neighborhood, responds to critical incidents. To make sure you can do that well, we'll train you to do that. The Boy Scouts, we do youth retreats, you know, and I love doing these camps with these kids, man. These kids are so amazing. They're just awesome, man. And so when you take kids out of the environment of the police sounds, and police radios, and fire trucks, and all that, when you take them out of that environment and bring them somewhere peaceful and let them spend the night and just see that they're loved, that somebody loves them and cares enough about them, that's pretty amazing. So we love doing our camps. We love working in partnership with the Boy Scouts of America. And then we do the classroom improvement, prevention and improvement support group. And that's simply where, we go into the schools and we talk about prevention and intervention. And we know that if we can stop our kids from getting high at a young age, stop them from shooting dope at a young age, stop them from all the stuff that they used to do, and we can slow that down at a young age, we have a better chance of building a better man. That's really all we need to do, is to work hard. See, our moms work very hard to keep kids straight, to keep them on the up and up, show them what to do and what not to do. The mothers do a great job. But many of our fathers are absent. They are absent, and these women are looking for men to step up their game, to be the fathers that they need to be. So, in our classrooms and in our schools, we get calls sometimes from teachers and say, I got a kid I need you to talk to. I got a kid that needs some support. I got a kid that needs your help. Or maybe a police department says, we just want to train our guys to think differently, to act differently, to be different. How do we do that? And those are some of the things that we feel are important. Now, the community building, it's just like any events that we do in the community. You're welcome to come and join us and be a part of it. Just give us a call so we can get you prepared and get you all signed up. So you just can't just show up. You need to be prepared and need to be professional. And after that, we can have a ball. We can have a good time. We can throw down. The food and crime, our community building part with food and crime, is that we found out that food has a lot to do with crime. If you think about what you eat, if you really think about what do you eat, what are you putting in your body, what are you putting in your system, if you really think about it, you wouldn't eat what you're eating right now. You'd be like, I don't think I want that. If you really, same with me. And I found out the things that I like the most are the things that are probably the worst for me. So you need to figure out, what are you going to do? How are you going to take care of yourself? And what are the right things for you to eat? Do you know your blood type? Your blood type has a lot to do with that. It's a lot to do with it. Find out. Start going to a natural doctor and let a natural doctor tell you what to do and how to do it, because there's natural remedies that you're paying $100 for a pill. That's just a root. You might just need to take it like that. We need to go back to the roots of where everything came from, only this time with paper and pencil, instead of I just listen to you and I can't regurgitate everything. But we need to do that, not just one person, but all of us collectively need to be taking notes on the criticalness of being a leader and leading in our community. Intentional, they call it ISI, but it's intentional social interaction. If you don't know what that is, well, what it is, it's an opportunity for you to change some things intentionally. Instead of sneaking up and doing stuff, we intentionally make a difference in the community. We intentionally create an atmosphere of people that people love. And we know that it works. And when it comes to social work, sometimes we feel like we're social workers because of the stuff we have to put up with. It feels like, we're social workers, but we're not. We're really individuals that are putting this work in. And then our community outreach as a whole. When you talk about outreach in our community, you have to talk about the needs. And what are we going to do with these people? Where do we go and what kind of advice do we give them? And thanks to Sandy, she's able to get on the phone and help people with their issues and all the things that they need help with. It's a beautiful thing when you get the help. I know we were looking at the homeless the other day, and they just were content with being out in the cold, just sitting there. I said, I can't do that. It's tough. It's a tough thing to do. But our people are suffering. You look at Tent City. There's almost 500 people there, and it's growing. It's going to get cold. What are we going to do about Tent City? And one of the things about Tent City is that people are deciding to stay there regardless of how cold it gets. Keep them in your prayer because they're going to need it, really are. Um, our social interventions or our social outreach is our correctional facilities. And we go into the correctional facilities, we do our best to represent the organization. Everybody wears a uniform, we're respectful, and we go in. And one day I went in and found out that they didn't even need me. I was like, well, don't you want me to come say something? No, we're cool. And what I found out is they had a special visitor, a grandparent, a grandmother, can't remember which one it was. But I understand that. I want to talk a little bit about family enrichment and why this is such a part of what we do. We know if we build a good parent, we build a good family, right? And if we build a good family, we build a better neighborhood, right? We know that. We know that, and the only way to do that is to follow the steps that I'm laying out for you. And we all got to do something new and something different in our lives. You know, if I was to ask you, what is the one thing that you're going to do different? What is it? What are you going to do different? That's positive, not something different that's negative, but something different that's going to show that you're serious about this work. What are you going to do? You know, think about it. Give it some thought. Because I figured it out. This is what I'm going to do. And if you don't think about it, you will find yourself in a position where you have made no plans or zero plans. When we do our grief and trauma services, Mad Dads, we know we have to talk to the people that need the help out on the streets, out in the community. And when there's been multiple shootings, sometimes it's hard to get to all those locations and all those families. And I'm thankful for other brothers that do that work. Thankful for the work that KG is doing. He's doing a lot of work out there. He responds to a lot of that too, with the ministry that he's working with. There's other brothers that help out too, that are out there doing the work. And I just want to say thanks to everybody. You know, I'm not one of them brothers in the crowd there. I don't care. I want everybody to make it. It's hard enough for me to make it, so I'm not definitely going to spend any time putting you down or making you look bad. I want to lift everybody up. And if we all begin to come together and lift each other up, we would see a different community when it comes to the African American community. Our Mothers Offering Moral Support is an opportunity for our mothers to offer support to each other. So if you're a mom, you always thought about, I want to be a part of Mad Dads. Well, come on and be a part of it because it's important. 20 years ago, October the 3rd, 1998, we started the Minneapolis chapter of Mad Dads. In 20 years, we became the national headquarters for all the chapters across the country. And in 20 years, we've been blessed by many, many people to support the work we do. So we're asking you on November the 2nd to show up. You can go to get your ticket. You can go to www.brownpaperbagtickets.com. And on the information piece, you just put in Mad Dads, or you can go event 3615001, and it should pop up there. But the reason why I believe that this was supposed to happen, nothing went wrong. Usually when something's not supposed to happen, something goes wrong somewhere. Nothing went wrong. Nothing at all. God has truly blessed me. And when I say bless me, I mean that when you look at all the things that Mad Dads has done, and I want to thank Jeff Hayden. Jeff Hayden said, well, people need to know what you do. We created this document. Senator Jeff Hayden, thank you. A former board chair of Mad Dads and definitely a family supporter of the work we do. Senator Jeff Hayden, could not thank you enough. November 2nd, I need you to get your calendar open and show up and support the work we do. Go on www.brownpapertickets.com. But I want you to show up and show support for Mad Dads and all that we've done to help you, to help your family, to to help this community. All the men and women that have been around us and helped us do this. I've got lots of stories, lots of great stories about people that I believe that have helped us tremendously, people that have, man, stood in the gap, people that have dodged bullets for us, people that have brought sandwiches, and people that have made donations to our fundraisers, people that just showed up and said, I just want to be a part of what you do. We've been tremendously blessed, even in the jails. People that get out and say, I remember when you came to see me, I ain't going back. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that, but there are a lot of people that get out and go right back. And when they go right back, they go for some long time. And so I don't want that to be you. I want you to be the individual that rises to the top and does everything that you're called to do. I don't know if you went to the Million Man March or not, but the first one I couldn't go to, that was before, I think it was the same year we started Mad Dads, October the 3rd, 1998. I remember you going with me. I remember you going with your dad, people going with their uncles, and I remember people going to the Million Man March. So I would have to say the Million Man March was 96, because I started in 98. But I just wanted to be a part of that, man. So I came to the meetings when everybody came back. And I listened. And then my turn came to go. And when they had the Million Man March again, I said I would not miss it. And it was an experience that I'll never, ever forget. That's why I wore my shirt today, kind of representing it. Well, here's what I need you to do. If you love Mad Dads the way I do, man, I love them so much. If you respect and care about Mad Dads the way I do, man, I feel that same way. So go to www.brownpapertickets.com. Go there and just punch in Mad Dads and watch what happens. And watch what happens to this family. Make sure you put your loving arms around all our families that are hurting in our communities and all our people that are hurting. Because it's not just families, but there's a lot of folks out in this community that are hurting bad. Your calendar. November 2nd is coming up. We want you to be at our event, November 2nd. And if you want to call us and find out more information at number 612-822-0802. That's 612-822-0802. My closing remarks to all the mothers that I've listened to scream, to all the fathers that I've seen your heartache, and to all the children that are still in terrible pain and figured out how to get justice for somebody that you love. This means a lot to me. This means a lot to me to be able to just say thank you for allowing me into your life, into your world. And my condolences out to you, because I know healing's not easy. But if you just hold on, joy's coming in the morning. If you just hold on. So to everyone that's ever supported us, man, thank you so much. I need to see you on November 2nd. If you got questions, 612-822-0802. I need to see you on November the 2nd. Show up. I was at a play and it was on a Monday night, and this theater was full of white people. There's only 2 blacks in it. Full of white people on a Monday night. And I know how hard it is for us to support each other. But I need everybody to show up. Everybody to show up and support the organization that has supported you for so many years and supported you with respect, honor, and dignity. That's the only way that you can change someone's life, that you can change a community, that you can change the heart, that you can move a demonic spirit, is to know and to believe that you can be the force and the power behind change. That's what Mad Dads has been doing for 20 years. still being the force behind the change. You know, we have many outreach workers and many volunteers. And we're looking for you also to call us too. You want to be a volunteer? Give us a call. 612-822-0802. That's 612-822-0802. It's been a pleasure to talk to you today. I want you to remember all the things that we do. Crime prevention, community building, family enrichment, and youth development. And we've helped 87,000 families since as of December 2017. And since 1998, we did 1 million hours on the streets and in various communities. And since 2007, we have protected ridership and created safe environments. So it was great honor. I thank you. I thank you. I want to thank everybody at Minneapolis Television Network for allowing us to do the work we do. Thank you for everybody in the past and the present. Thank you for all the past and future Mad Dads and Mad Moms and Moms Division. We love you. God bless you. See you on November 2nd.